Sup. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Yuki5 and I'm here with Pendulum Zombies! And I'm also jumping on the bandwagon of Pendulum Monsters, but who isn't? Because this shit's actually fun as hell. The next one testing out pretty good is, as you know, the new Pendulum mechanic is coming out, I believe, in August for TCG. It's already out in OCG, and a lot of people have been playing it, but it's been really hard getting replays because 9 out of 10 times when I actually a Pendulum Monster, my opponent decides to quit and say, you know what, I don't want to mess with this, no Pendulum Monsters for you, no, and it's just really annoying. But I do have some duels of this deck on my channel, so if you want to see those duels, go to my channel, subscribe if you want to. Selfish plug for the win, but I don't care! So let's go and get started, and I'll explain the effects and all that stuff because the Pendulum Monsters are brand new. So we have 3 Odd-Eyes Pendulum Dragons. It is a scale of 4. You can only use the effect of Pendulum. Use each Pendulum effect of Odd-Eyes Pendulum Dragon once per turn. You take no battle damage from battles involving a Pendulum monster you control. During your end phase, you can destroy this card, and if you do, add 1 Pendulum monster 1500 or less attack from your deck to your hand. Its monster effect is any battle damage your opponent takes from that battle involving this card and an opponent's monster is doubled. Pretty broken as effect. The fact that it uses Sand there's such a Pendulum monsters with no restrictions outside of 1500 or less attack is pretty nutty. So for the people who are like, I want my Sand back, well, you have him back. He's a Pendulum monster now with 2500 attack. That is kind of scary in my opinion. Now, the 2 main Pendulums you're going to be using in pretty much any deck as of right now until we get future Pendulum monsters is the Astromancy and the Chromancy. Astromancy, I feel it's going to be stable for quite some time because, well, he's a scale of 1 and that opens up a lot of summoning plays for future decks. Its Pendulum effect is, if a Pendulum monster control battles, your opponent cannot activate any spell cards until the end of the damage step. Sorry about that. If you don't have a Magician card or an Odd-Eyes card in your other Pendulum zone, it becomes a Pendulum scale of 4. So it makes you want to have to play your Odd-Eyes and Chromancy in order to use it, but you're still going to use Odd-Eyes regardless because it's a searcher. Its monster effect is, which you're really not going to care much about because he's not really a Pendulum monster you're going to want on the field because of his pretty weak attack. He does have some pretty beefy defense at 2400, so I guess he make a nice wall. Once per turn, when exactly 1 Pendulum monster you control is returned to your hand by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon 1 monster with the same name as the returned monster from your hand. That's actually a pretty nice little effect, especially in decks like Zombies. So it's not too bad. Again, he's going to be something you'd be in the Pendulum zone more than in the Monster zone, but it's got a nice effect at that. Now, Magician of Chromancy is the card you want to play, but you hate to play because he is just not... I don't really like him that much. But you use him because there's nothing really much else to use. It's kind of how Synchros were at one time and Exceeds were at one time. Use some Synchros and Exceeds back then that, you know, right now may not be all that good, but only because you had no choice. You know, those are the only ones you could run with limited options. Chromancy is, in my opinion, that Pendulum that is pretty much going to fall off the face of the earth, you know, later on as we get more Pendulum monsters. But it has a scale of 8, and this is the reason why you play it, because scale of 8, Astromancy plus Chromancy, special summon monsters between 2 and 7, it's pretty nutty. You know, it's really, really crazy. Activate only if you control no monsters. This is the problem. A lot of decks can easily have monsters on the field. Zombies is one of these decks that can easily have monsters on the field really fast. If a Pendulum monster you control battles, your opponent cannot activate any trap cards until the end of the damage step. If you don't have a Magician card or an Odd-Eyes card in your other Pendulum zone, this card's Pendulum summon becomes 4. So, basically combined with the Astromancy, basically if you attack with your Odd-Eyes, they can't activate any spells or traps. I actually missed out one of my duels, which I'm still learning how to use the Pendulum monsters, but it's got a nice effect. But the big downside is, you have to have no monsters to use them. So this is why I say when there's more Pendulums coming out that can really have a high scale, you know, maybe another 8, Chromancy is probably going to be left in the dust and really not going to be all that used. Monster effect is, once per turn, cards in your Pendulum zone cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So that is nice, that's help protect the Pendulum monsters, but again, it's just used right now because So all we really have that's actually is a good Pendulum monster that has a high scale. But enough of the Pendulum monsters, let's get to the actual monsters that help zombies actually win. We're going with some pretty good militia shenanigans here. It's kind of typical zombie deck. So we have the triple Destiny Hero Militias. I can't count apparently. Militias again, your heart and soul of a zombie deck allows you to go for level 8 synchro plays, which you have a lot of them. You can see my extra deck. I like having a variety of level 8s to go into, depending on my situation. That way, I kind of feel like I'm always prepared for different scenarios that may come at me in the game. Double Plex per zombie, I feel like that's self-explanatory. I don't like 3. I think 2 is just enough. I feel like all you need is 2. It just allows you to go for your synchro plays. All you really know about the Plex per zombie. Double Zombie Master. Special summons, that's all you really need to do. That's all he's there for, is to special summon your other monsters. That's all you really care about the Zombie Master, really. Goblin Zombie, I only played 2 because of deck restraints. I didn't want to really go above 40. If I wasn't playing the Pendulum monsters, I would be playing 3 Goblin Zombies as well as some other monsters, possibly, maybe some more spells and traps. But because of the Pendulums in here, it does make the deck space a little tight. So that's why I'm only playing 2. But Goblin Zombie is your searcher for your zombies. Typically, you really want to search for your Zombie Master, which allows you to get your zombies from the grave, or one of your 3 Mizukis, because Mizuki's a good, in my opinion, is a good good search for the Goblin Zombie because of the fact that he has 1700 attack, and he can definitely hold his own in battle, and it allows you to get him to your grave a little more fast. You're playing the 2 Dark Revelers because it's just in case you get Militia in hand, so you can get it out of your hand and set up your Plex Splitter plays really easily. And the fact that you can just special summon right off the bat and not waste a normal summon is really nice. Now, we're playing the 2 Spirit Reapers because I like to have a little stall. Just in case I may need to kind of wait out my opponent a little bit, I can have the Reaper just set him there and just basically stall my house out, basically. Now, Reaper can conflict with the Chromancy, but since this goes a little bit more on the spamming notion, it goes more spamming notion than regular zombies do. I like to have a little added defense just in case I may need to protect my life points. And who doesn't like making your opponent go minus, that's always nice there. Next up, we have 3 Upstart Goblins to pretty much help me get the Pendulum monsters to my hand faster, so I can start doing the shenanigans when needed. And giving the opponent extra 1,000 life points doesn't really matter. If you're going to get 2 level 8 synchros on the field, it doesn't matter. You're just going to take that life points back with interest. The Lord of Darkness because of the massive amount of dark monsters. Triple Duality, same reason of Upstart. I want to get those Chronomalies to my hand fast, and I want to be able to set up my plays really fast. The deck does like to special summon, but I can move very slowly if I do need to, which is another reason why I have the Reaper, so I can sit on him and set up my plays. We have a Dark Hole and double MST. Dark Hole is self-explanatory. MST is backer hate. That's all That's all you really need to know. For the traps, you have the Solemn Warning, Compulse, Bottomless, Torrential, 2 Mirror Force, and a Fiendish Chain. Not a lot of traps because I'm kind of focusing on spamming. But again, if the Pendulums were in here, I would play more traps. Like I would add in like a Fiendish Chain and stuff like that. But again, I wanted to test out Pendulum monsters. Extra deck. This is where things get fun. And my definition of fun is this clusterfuck of an extra deck. Level 8, so we got a lot of them. Got the all-powered Beelzy, which, of course, came out in Gold Series. This thing is so amazingly good. This requires a Dark Tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner monsters. Opens up a lot of cool little plays. This is a really good card, and this just has a lot of splashability in a lot of decks. Zombies is just like one piece of the puzzle that Beelzy can actually do. Void Ogre Dragon. You can actually get rid of your hand quite fast, and it's a good card to say you're walking shit in, pretty much. The Jeweled Red Dragon Archfiend, as he's now called, I'm not gonna say this, the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. Yeah, he's hot, I know. It's the fucking stupidest name ever. Yeah, I don't get it either, but this thing is busted as hell. Combine this with Beelzy, you're gonna easily have 2 3k B6 on the field. Basically, for those who don't know what he does, once per turn during your main phase 1, you can destroy all other face-up attack position monsters on the field. Other monsters cannot attack during the turn you activate this effect. It has to balance them out a little bit because combine this with Beelzy, you would be able to pretty much sweep through decks in a heartbeat. It would be ridiculous. So I do like the little downside, but still having the ability to have a free 3k B stick that I can just attack directly is really nuts. Crimson Blader, you know, that's self-explanatory. The Scrap Jacket, again, self-explanatory. Very good with Goblin Zombie as well as the Pendulum monsters, which I'll get to in a second. Stardust Dragon and Stardust Spark Dragon. I like having both, again, for situations that may call for like either Spark Dragon or the regular Stardust. You just never know what may come up. We're playing the one Beast God Vulcan, because I don't really go level 6s all that much. Just Vulcan's there just in case you need to. We have the Armadas and the Catastor, because I do have the Reaper plus the Plague, so it opens up level 5 Synchro plays. For the Exceeds, we have a number 50 Black Ship of Corn, number 101, Direwolf, or still like how they have the name of their Terrorfang Wolf, Direwolf. The Lava Chain. It's a great card for, you know, Plague, Mizuki, Militia, stuff like that. Then the Emerald, so I can recycle my deck, or maybe with some Reapers and Zombie Mash and stuff like that. But overall, that is the deck. So basically, run down the Pendulum monsters real quick on how you actually do the plays. What you really need to do is have the Astromancy, the Chromancy in your Pendulum zones, and then you can just special summon out of nowhere, just because you can. One of the best things is opening hands to have these two, or Odd Eyes plus an Astromancy or Chromancy, Malicious, and Plague, and you can just do nutty things. Like, have Odd Eyes die in a turn, add either the Chromancy or Astromancy, whichever one you need. And on your next turn, you can just really spam the board. It's really stupid. It's really crazy. And the fact that the Pendulum monsters, when they are destroyed and go to the graveyard, they go to the extra deck instead. So basically, you can continue using things like Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, which is a great thing to actually have for things like Scrap Dragon. So you have you have infinite scrap fodder right there. It's crazy how good the Pendulum monsters are. But anyway, that is the entire Pendulum Zombies deck. So give me your thoughts on this deck in the comment section below. I'm kind of curious what you guys have to say about it. I'm still sort of working on it, and I'm waiting on future Pendulum monsters to really edit the deck and really see what the deck can actually do. But this is sort of like a little taste of what I might guess Pendulum Zombies are sort of going to look like in the future. But who really knows? But all we can do is wait and see what new cards we get for Pendulum Summons. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, give me your thoughts on this in the comment section below. And yeah. So I'll see you guys in the next video.